you've just released your debut album, United We Are, but you've also been touring the world. So, like, do you have a time machine?
No, I don't have a time machine. I actually had to take 2 months off to finish the album. I worked a lot on the road. I worked a lot in studios on the road. For example, when I was on Ibiza this summer for my residency, I kept working on the album in the studio over there. And, it takes a lot of time to actually complete the whole album. And, well, some tracks, for example, the track I did with Tiesto, Colors, we started working on that track 4 years ago. So it took us 4 years to finish that track. But well, in the end, everything is finished, and I'm completely satisfied.
Are you like really bored of that song now?
No, actually, I'm still loving that song. It's still one of my favorite songs of the album. They always say that good music doesn't have an expire date, and I think that's true though. And even with this album, I didn't want to make an album that's following any trends. I wanted to make a timeless album within dance music, and I think, well, I'm actually satisfied with that. I think I accomplished that.
Yeah, well, that's good, because it's your debut album, and it's been like 6 years, kind of properly in the making, because it was around 2009 that all started kicking off for you.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, that's a long time. How many tracks did you have ready for the album? You must have been like, oh, I've got to choose all these different tracks. Or did you sort of have a clear idea of what you wanted? Well,
for the last year, I had as you said, it took me almost 4 or 5 years to complete the album the way I wanted to. I still have like 20 tracks laying around that never made the album. So, but yeah, for the last year working on the album, I had definitely the idea of which tracks would make it and which wouldn't make it. And I'm really happy how it turned out in the end.
That's good. And the album is like full of collaborations as well, like Mr. Probs, Jason Derulo as well. Did you have tracks ready and you sent them over to them to work on, or did you guys get in the studio together? Or
actually, both ways. Some tracks, for example, I was working with Jason Derulo over Skype for his album. He wanted me to produce tracks for his album, and I played him the record I was working on, and he really loved the record. So I finished the instrumental, and he was already writing on it, and that was a great way. And with Mr. Props, the opposite way. I only had the piano chords and the top line, and then he decided to sing the song, and then actually I reproduced the whole song, and because I only had like basic acoustic piano chords, and afterwards I produced the whole song around his voice.
Wow. Was it really crazy? Like, for example, you said you Skyped with Jason Derulo. Were you sort of like, oh, I'm about to go on Skype with Jason Derulo?
Yeah,
Did you have that moment, or were you just like, I'm so used to it now?
No. You never get used to that. I'm just like a normal guy from Holland, doing what I love to do, and then, meeting up with all those like Hollywood superstar artists. It's incredible.
Because I saw your face on a billboard recently, and I was like, wow, that's really crazy, because that doesn't happen here in the UK. Like, we don't really have massive billboards anyway, like, let alone having DJs on them. What was it like for you when you first saw a billboard with your face like this?
Yeah, I know. It's something you never get used to. It's something really insane, especially in the summer on Ibiza. You see your own face everywhere, on flyers, on buses, on billboards, and when you travel to Las Vegas or to LA, you see your face there promoting your residency. You will never get used to this.
What are your family like about it? Do they understand your job?
Yeah, actually, my mom and dad are really supportive, and they've been supporting me since the very first beginning. So they really understand what I'm doing, and they keep supporting me. So yeah, I'm really, really thankful for that.
So you get them like when they're talking to their friends, like, oh, our son, he's a DJ,
Yeah, they're really proud, especially my mom. She's really proud of everything I achieved.
Oh, that's so nice. Has she ever been to any of your gigs?
Yeah, actually, I took my mom and dad last year to Tomorrowland. So it was quite an experience for them.
I bet. Yeah. Oh my goodness. It's like, here are some earmuffs, Mom. So back to the album. Oh no, back onto you being voted the world's best DJ twice in a row by DJ Mag. I mean, that's a big title, Did that make you nervous then? Were you like, oh, I'm not allowed to mess up ever? No. Did it make you nervous for shows, or were you like, meh, of course?
Well, yeah, kind of. It brings a lot of pressure with it, having a title as best DJ in the world. Sometimes you have. Well, let me say this: when I when I became the #1 DJ in the world, I attracted a lot of people who wanted to see the #1 DJ in the world. And not Hardwell anymore. Of course, I have a lot of Hardwell fans. They know exactly what I've been releasing and what's going on with my record label, etc., etc. But a lot of people were attracted to that #1 position.
Wow!
And then you have people in the crowd like, okay, so you're the #1. Show me what you got. You know those kind of people. So yeah, that brings a lot of. I always call them the mix police. You know.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, listening.
Yeah, no, but that brings kind of a pressure. But on the other hand, you know, for me. Personally, it was as a little kid, I always had the dream to become of the world's best DJs and achieving that #1 position. I'm living in a dream, still living in a dream right now, and I'm enjoying that instead of keeping my mind busy with all the pressure that comes with it.
Yeah, forget the haters. Yeah, I mean, you've accomplished your dream or one of your dreams of being the world's best DJ. Where do you go from there? Do you give up now? Hang up the headphones? I'm done. What's the next ambition?
Well, my next ambition was actually finishing the album because I was always focusing on my DJ career, and I definitely wanted to focus on my producer career. And with the album out now, I'm definitely gonna do what I enjoy doing the most, and that's just touring around the world. In the meanwhile, working on new tracks like I did back in the days, and I think I will continue doing that for the next years, 10, 20, whatever years, because this is what I love to do. And every time when I get on stage, small gig, club or festival, I still get those butterflies in my stomach before I get on stage. So I really love what I'm doing, and I will just keep doing this no matter which position I'm in. I'm in DJ Mac or, it's just my passion for music, and I want to keep sharing that with the world.
Oh, that's nice to hear. That's really nice to hear. And with the whole... do you have like a lot of competition with the other DJs who you're sort of in the same genre as? Like, he's #1 this year, I'm going to try and outdo him, or with songs and stuff, do you try and outdo each other, or is it more of a family?
No,
vibe?
It's definitely more than a family. We're all good friends. We all know each other. We talk with each other on a weekly base, some DJs daily base, and we share the music with each other, and we ask each other for advice, and it's definitely one big family, especially since I'm from Holland, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, 6 DJs in the DJ Mag Top 10 are from Holland. So we all
churning them out.
Yeah, we all know each other for such a long time, and we're all together in this business. So yeah, it's actually more like a sharing is caring thing than a really competitive thing.
That's nice. No sabotage then.
No, definitely
I
not.
actually heard of one story where a DJ pulled the cables out the back of decks before someone else went on.
Oh, really? Yeah. I never heard that story before.
No, it's mean, isn't it? Well, that's nice to know that you're a family. And yeah, I mean, your lifestyle's crazy. It's crazy. Do you miss anything about like a normal lifestyle?
No, I think the hardest part of my job is being constantly on the road. And of course, I'm always surrounded with really good people, and I'm really enjoying doing this because, as I said, I'm living a dream, and being able to tour around the world, doing concerts and playing your music, that's just incredible. But yeah, the hardest part of this job is just missing your friends and family, because and there are always those small things, like a birthday party, one of your best friends, and then you see the pictures on Facebook the next day, how great it was, and you're like, oh, I want to be there as well.
Yeah. Oh,
that's like definitely the hardest part of this job.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was talking to Alessa about it, and he was like, I miss doing laundry.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that really made me laugh because I just want to go home.
It's a good answer, though.
I don't think I'll miss doing that. I don't miss doing that. So you're really at the peak of your career at the moment. Is there any bit of advice that someone once gave you that you always remember?
Tiesto always told me, believe in yourself, because there will always people surrounding you that will try to take you down and tell you what to do and what you don't need to do, and always believe in yourself if it comes to your music or just the feeling you have, playing a certain gig, and never adjust anything because somebody tells you to, always believe in yourself and believe in your own self. You have to convince the people, you have to convince your fans in your thing, the thing you're believing. So if you get distracted from what other people are saying, you will never make it. Always stick to your own feeling and follow your heart.
How do you remind yourself of that if you have a bit of a rubbish day? You have to sit down and be like,
Well, I think most of the time when I think about his advice is when I'm going back to the studio. You know, it's not about following a trend or. For every producer, you should never go in the studio and like, you know, I'm gonna make a hit record. No, you're gonna make a record that's gonna work for you in your DJ sets, and maybe from there you're gonna score a hit record. But nobody knows in the world what a hit record sounds like, because it's about the timing, about some certain sound, and you will never know. So always believe in yourself when you're in the studio, and just, you know, make a really good track for yourself.
Do you find are you still experimenting with producing, or do you sort of have like your library of all the drums you want to use, the pads you want to use? Do you know, and like your plugins, are you really comfortable, or do you like to sort of experiment still?
No, I really like to experiment, especially now since the album is finished. I built a completely new studio. I bought a lot of new analog gear and a lot of new synthesizers. So after this album, I'm starting completely fresh. I don't have any template anymore, which I had for the album, and I'm starting completely fresh. So really excited to go back in the studio now.
Yeah, so you're just going to spend the next year like twiddling with all your new synths.
Exactly, the geek side of me will come up. Yeah.
What's this one do? Yeah, that sounds wicked. I'm sure you're going to have lots of fun doing that. And I really want to ask actually about, so you learnt piano from the age of 4.
Yeah.
Tiny little piano hands. Are there any other instruments that you'd like to learn?
Definitely drums. I never played drums, so I definitely want to do drums. That's I don't know, especially as a DJ, of course.
Yeah.
Rhythm is everything.
Get out of the 4x4 beat.
Exactly, getting out of that, you know, just doing something completely different.
Definitely. That would be cool. Yeah, I'd very much like to learn drums. And finally, I mean, you've got a very, very busy year ahead of you, I'm sure. A very busy 10 years. Are you going to give yourself a holiday?
I haven't been on holiday for 4 years now, so I hope this year somehow in the end of the year I can go on holiday again.
What would be a holiday? Because you travel the world anyway.
Ooh, that's a hard question. I have actually no clue where I should go when I have a holiday.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
do you think you'd be able to do it? You'd be able to not work for at least a week?
Yeah, 1 week maximum. Because after that, I want to go back.
Not allowed to keep your phone, no emails, no producing.
No phone is going to be hard, but and
no selfies, not allowed.
No, you know what? Yeah, I really like the idea of no emails, but no, I think max a week. I want to go back in studio, make music, open my MacBook. Yeah, that's definitely who I am and what I am. You know, I always want to keep busy making music.
You know, you'd like get onto the beach and be like, right, I'm going to relax, and then you'd be like, I've got a beat. Someone get my laptop. Oh, that's great. Well, I wish you all the best for the promotion of this album. I hope it goes down really well.